Welcome back to episode 6 of my challenge, trying to take $10 and turn it into $1,000 just through disc golf. We're making a lot of progress. We're currently at $377 today. Can't complain. Not complaining at all. If you guys saw my last used bin video, that's what I picked out of the used bins, and several of you have purchased some of those discs from the last video. So thank you for helping me get towards my goal. And also, I'm trying to hook you guys up with some good deals on these awesome discs so I can get into what I've bought and sold. I'll talk about what some of the new used bin pickups have been, but I have a bigger, more ambitious project. I don't know how it's gonna go. But the problem is, over here, I have a whole rack of like 300 something discs. I've got 400 discs over here. I've got another 200 discs sitting in my closet. I have a ton of discs. This office is basically just a disc golf warehouse. This channel has grown to almost 1,000 subscribers after just a couple months, which is incredibly cool. But I get a lot of messages about people wanting to buy discs from me, or if you see something in the videos, you're like, hey, I want to buy that disc, and I absolutely want to sell that to you. But there's a lot of back and forth. I'm like, hey, go find my Instagram, go find my Facebook. Send me a DM, and it's just a lot of back and forth. I want to eliminate that and make it simple. Not everybody wants to have a conversation to buy a disc. So I'm going to go to Shopify, buy a domain, build a website. So that's going to be the end of the video. So let's get into what did we actually flip this week. First disc up that we ended up flipping was this signed Adam Hammis Raptor. This thing is sick. I don't know, Lewis, if you're planning on throwing this or you're just going to collect it. Either way, this is like one of the coolest finds I've ever found. So this one is going out to Lewis. He also bundled that with the flat top Firebird, the crystal clear one. So I wiped that F2 stamp from the last video. Now it is in the dye bed right over there. And if you stick around to the end, I will show you a quick little video of how I'm dyeing that and what it will turn out to look like. So both of these sold for 50 bucks shipped. That actually leaves me with about $24, $25 in profit after shipping and dyeing it. Somebody else did have a good idea to order some more F2 discs from Innova, which I need to do. But like I do a ton of dyes and I will add those to the website that I'm building. I probably have like 30, 40, 50 dyes ready to go, but that's another way we should definitely explore making money off disc golf. If you love art, you love getting into this. These were two that I sold. This was a Roman. I actually didn't even love this one, to be honest, but somebody did off of eBay. A $17 sale, and this was a $22 sale. This is a Tomb from Infinite. These cost basically $10. So you make a little bit of profit off of these. I'm not including that, obviously, but just a shout out to just remind people that if you do want to start dyeing, you definitely can, but it takes some practice and getting used to actually getting some good results. Next up, we flipped the AB Nuke. Now this one I actually thought was going to sell for more. I was wrong. I do get used bin finds wrong, and that is okay. Sometimes it happens. It was a really, really cool stamp, and I was like, you know what? We're going to pick it up. We're going to see if it flips. Barella is one of those popular guys who's up and coming. So I took a gamble on it. It didn't really work out for me personally. Ended up selling it off of eBay. It probably sat there for like about a month, and we only made, after eBay takes out all of their fees, a whopping like $4.09 after shipping. So yeah, not my best, but it was a pretty cool disc. And another reason why I'm trying to get this website out there so that I don't have to put all that money into eBay. I can sell them for less as well. So that is the AB Nuke that we flipped for $4. So the next one that we ended up selling was the Thunder Savant. Now the cool story about this one is I threw this up on the website that I just created. Again, we'll get into the website creation after this, but this is the very first order off of my cottoncandydiscgolf.com website. Within 24 hours of launching it, that was pretty cool. The last video I referenced it, I guess you guys found it, and we had a first sale. So Jaden, thank you so much for helping support me and the channel. This one I put up for $28. This is a $10 find, but this is probably the best Thunderbird I've ever thrown. This, I did take this out with a bunch of the other ones from the last video. I filmed the whole round of Bill Allen, and then I thought I put it on my hard drive, then deleted it off my phone, and it never actually fully made it over. I have no idea what happened, but I lost all that footage. But I do have a couple of shorts that I uploaded from that round, and you can see this one in the shorts almost aced. A 367-foot hole with like the first throw with this disc. It's so good. So Jaden, I hope you enjoyed this disc. Thank you again for supporting it, and I'll get this out to you today. This one's pretty cool. We're going to use this one since I already have sold the 2020 Calvin Destroyer, the green one. Calvin Destroyers are probably my favorite distance driver I've ever thrown. Now, this one here is a 2021. This is when the Halo Star Plastic came out. That 2020 Calvin Destroyer was the year right before it. And that's the run that he still backs. He's got a purple and a blue one in his bag today. And the pre-owned ones will normally sell from like $50 to $70 on eBay. Now, that one had not been used very much. And actually Ryan, who I've played with a couple events, was like, hey, my buddy loves these. And we settled on 35 bucks. Pretty good deal on that disc for him and his buddy. So that's $12 disc, and we sold it for 35. Didn't have to ship it, which is nice, and $23 in profit towards our $1,000 goal. So we're definitely making some headway towards that as we keep going. So the last one that we flipped towards our challenge was an incredibly cool, it was a very early run of the Ion from MVP. So this was a metal flake proton soft patent pending Ion. There was no ink on it or anything. It was a super, super good pickup. Now that one, Corey actually reached out over a YouTube comment again, and then came over to Instagram, and we worked out a deal for that one. I actually threw out 25 shipped, and he was like, I know it's worth more than that. I'll give you 30 shipped for it. So like, Corey, shout out to you, buddy. Thank you so much, and I hope it's flying well for you. And I threw an extra water disc in there for him as well as a little bonus. So shipping was a little bit more, but that is totally fine. I feel like that was a pretty good deal for both of us. And again, I'm not trying to scalp and just make a ton of money off this, right? I don't need that. This is just fun for me. It's a fun challenge. Trying to take $10 to $1,000, that's crazy. And also, I love highlighting the collector side of disc golf, because discs are the coolest part of disc golf. That's Hayden Fredrickson, one of my best friends in disc golf, said that to me when we were playing Heritage, and it's very true. Discs are honestly the coolest part. It's why I love disc golf. It's why I have so many discs, and I love throwing and trying out new discs. So Corey's got that one, and we'll wrap that one up. That was a $10 find. That puts us up to, we're now sitting at $469 in profit. Now, we've made a little bit more flipping discs than we have playing disc golf. I haven't actually played a lot of disc golf recently because, again, I've got 2 trips that I just got back from. I am going to be playing, hopefully the weather it holds off a bit. I'm going to be playing a 2-round event at Trinity this weekend for the Armory Gold start out at Trinity. Trinity is one of my favorite events. It's my first B tier I ever won an MPO. So the course means a lot to me. And we'll go out there and play it. If you want to sign up, play MPO, come play with me out at that event. I will see you all out there. I need a couple more people to sign up. I think I'm the only person signed up so far. It's gonna be Saturday, and I'll make sure to film that as much as I can as well. Like, again, filming is one of those things where it can get in your head, right? If things are going well, like that 1034 rated round, it was so fun. But if you start to struggle, it's like, all right, let's just focus up. Let's get some birdies like I did the last couple. So just a heads up, I'll try to do my best to film it. I don't know if you guys like that type of content. I do. I think Jay Milley did an incredible job doing that. Bonanza Disc Golf also does a really good job. First up with our actual ones that are going to be a part of the series is a patent pending electron anode. This one is pretty cool, but it was only $3. So I'm like, look, it's a clearance disc, it's patent pending, it's a really old anode. I also buy and sell a ton of discs on Facebook Marketplace. Like, it's too much to handle. Somebody's buying like 16 discs in a bag from me later, and I might just throw this one in there for like $6. So I could flip this one. I'm gonna throw it up there on my website for like $8 just for now if anyone wants this one. But it's kind of cool. I love the patent pending stuff, the early stuff, and sometimes it makes me want to just go out and bag a full MVP patent pending challenge. We might do that. But this one, nice little pickup for $3. And then I got this PFN Star T-Rex, which is pretty cool. I think this is like a pretty awesome name for a disc, the T-Rex. It's pre-flight number, so you don't see the speed, the glide, the turn, and the fade on there. And it's also been penned, so it's not an embossed run. So that is STR for Star T-Rex 175. Really hasn't been inked up. There's like one little like graffiti little signature there, but other than that, It's a really, really cool mold. It's a classic from Innova, and it's not too beat up or anything. Not sure if I'm going to make my money back on that. I legitimately don't know what the market is for a Star T-Rex, but I do know what the market is for the 2020 Color Glow Eagles. This is an F2 run from that. I know for a fact this is definitely an X out because it has this like one little black mark in that. So this was the Greg Barsby 2022 run. These are some of the best Tour Series Eagles. Like think of like the Sexton Firebird plastic, except it's in the Eagle. Eagles are so stupidly hard to find a good run in these days that this disc like could just go straight into my own bag. I will take the loss on this challenge. This is an $8 disc. It's literally been thrown maybe 4 or 5 times. So I'm excited to go try this one out myself. But if you know about this run, you know why this disc is so hard to find. You can see them. I don't know what they're up there for, but like the last time I looked and the last time I bought one for $40 used. They're that good. So anyways, this is a cool pickup. I'll throw it up on my website as well for a nice steal if anybody wants it. And I will also try to film something with it. Next one, I don't remember if I ever covered this because this one was claimed and was technically sold, but then the buyer just kind of ghosted me on Facebook. It happens. This is probably the closest disc I could ever find to an actual like 21 Halo Destroyer that I bag. Like if I bagged a Force, this is the one that I would bag. It is gorgeous. It's like almost like an ice cream cone that is dripping through the plastic. And it has this little like seam in between the purple and the pink that you can feel. I've never seen an ESP disc with this type of a swirl. I don't even know how to explain it. It was just so unique, so firm. Got a nice pop top on it that this, if I was a Discraft player, I would be bagging that Force. This is the best feeling Force I've ever found. And it looks pretty cool. So that one, pretty cool pickup for $12. Speaking of Halo Destroyers, I have the reverse Halo Destroyer, the one that's in my bag. This is the 2022 run, and the 2022s came out with some super interesting shapes. Massive pop top on this one, but it's like an alien mothership where it's like flat and then it pops up. So this one, it feels like it's more of like a flat destroyer where your thumb goes, but it's got the extra pop on there in the middle to help it just glide forever. So this is a $12 disc. This is probably like an 8 out of 10. No ink or anything on this, and it's a really good run of destroyers that I could probably make a couple of bucks off of here. Last one, I've got this Luster Rock 3. This one kind of confused me because I'm like, okay, like I know Luster Rock 3s are really, really good. I actually did my Furyfoot, the Bigfoot stamped run, and I had a bunch of the Luster Rock 3s, and those sold like instantly. This one, it just feels so good. The plastic, really, really grippy. It's barely been thrown. It's like 9 out of 10, but it's pinned. So it's a pinned Rock 3. So that's like pre-2016. So maybe Henna Bloomrose like was back. I thought this was more of a recent run. It's a really good looking disc with the red stamp on there too, but it's a pinned one, so it's not embossed. So this is a much older run. So anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting why they were pinned. So I need to do some more research on this run, but this Rock 3 feels just stupidly good. Rock 3s are hard to find good ones on. I'm hoping this is overstable and I'll get out and throw around with this if nobody buys it over the next like 2 days. So cool Rock 3 pickup there. That's what I bought from the used bins this week. When I do a champion die, like a Z plastic, it doesn't take dye as well. So what we're doing here is we're gonna start off with our glue. I use Colorations off of Amazon, and you don't have to put too much glue in there, honestly. And then I've got this acetone and Pro-Chem mixture. I'll put 3 or 4 layers of this with a droplet here, just to make sure I've got enough dye in the actual dye bed, because it will all absorb if you leave it in the dye bed long enough. So I'm using Caribbean Blue, and I've got this Scarlet Red off of, again, Pro-Chem is where I get this dye supply from. I love doing dyes. I never thought I was going to, but it does look really cool when you're throwing these split dyes in the air. So that is actually what Lewis was looking for as well. I sent him a bunch of different pictures of some dyes, and he wanted something similar to that TL that I currently have in the bag. It looks so freaking awesome when you throw it. And I'm just using, air, just with a straw here in order to get the right pattern I'm looking for. Sometimes I do it like 3 or 4 times until I get something where I'm happy with it. And I was pretty happy with what that looked like. And you can just see how ridiculously clear that thing is. You lose this thing in a heartbeat, and we don't want that to happen. So this is like double speed too. Got to be careful, got to be slow putting it in there. And then we're going to wait 48 hours. You guys get to skip that though.
AM.
You ready?
Yeah. And blue and red, my favorite color, so
Okay,
let's
hold on,
see it.
ready? Let's see how it turned out. That looks pretty cool.
And you can see through it. Is that supposed to happen? I don't think so.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen like
Scrub.
that.
Scrub.
How did the glue get off? Ooh, this looks really good.
You're gonna go. Let's get a new phone color.
No.
We should do that because it says black. Boring. Blue and red would be cool.
Okay,
Maybe we should make that for a video.
this was incredible looking. Let's give this a throw. This is what it looks like in the sun. This thing looks awesome. If you want me to dye disc, let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you. Got about 150 feet in the backyard, and wow, that thing is stable. Much better than a crystal clear Firebird, huh? Can't wait for this patio project to finish up. But yeah, how cool is this? Lewis, I'm about to get this out to you.